Hello everyone. I'm back. So, before I start part 4 of the Hatake What If, I just want to say thank you for all the feedback on the Madara movie. Honestly, I wasn't expecting people to like it because I thought the recording was pretty trashy and that there would be a lot of issues. But I've decided that movies are gonna be a bit rare because they take a really long time to make. But I have very interesting ideas for movies and future what ifs. And if you want to know about them and generally know about what's going on and just have an overall fun time, you should join this Discord server. It's very fun. At least I have fun. So, yeah. So this is part 4 of What If Naruto Was a Hatake and Used by the Village. Now, let me remind you guys what happened last part. So, last part, the Sand Village requested help from the two great villages, the Leaf and the Cloud. The Leaf sent out Kakashi Hatake, Kiyomi Uchiha, Menma Namikaze, and Mito Namikaze. And the Cloud Village sent their best warrior, almost their best, one of their best warriors basically, the Ghost of the Cloud, known for his stealth and his incredible speed. The only thing that he leaves behind him is a white flash. So yeah, now we left off when Chiyo was giving her life to Gaara, and Kakashi, as the slimy little bastard he is, sneaks up behind Naruto and is running at him with a Chidori in hand. And Naruto isn't looking, he always sees his missions through, so he will see that Gaara is taken care of to the last second. So he's not looking out for Kakashi or anybody else. And Kakashi's running at Naruto with a Chidori in his hand, but then as he's about to go through Naruto's chest, Kiyomi jumps in front of the Chidori and makes Kakashi pierce her. And Naruto turned around to see what was going on because he heard a strange noise that sounded like lightning. And he looked around and was terrified. He saw that Kakashi was standing over Kiyomi with his Sharingan activated, and Kiyomi was just falling to the ground. Now, Naruto is thinking about what just happened. He's saying that, okay, Kakashi was there, I heard lightning, and Kiyomi got stabbed. Kakashi wouldn't betray Kiyomi because they're sensei and student, so maybe he was out to kill me. Maybe he's on Hokage's orders, maybe he's just doing it out of his own hatred. Oh god. But why would Kiyomi jump in front of me? It doesn't matter. I have to do something. I'll kill that bastard. And all of this happened in 0.000001 seconds. So Naruto has lightning thinking, basically. And when Kakashi tries looking at Naruto to put him in a genjutsu, Naruto just disappears and only like his after image is left. And Kakashi is frantically starting to look around like, what the fuck just happened? How the heck is he so fast? Where is he? And he's looking around and sees just white flashes appearing randomly all around the place, in the sky, on the ground, next to the trees, everywhere. He sees silhouettes of Naruto pulling out his sword, retrieving it back. And he's like, oh shit, how is he this fast? He doesn't have the Hiraition. Don't tell me that's his actual speed. No way. Even the guy's that fast. That brat, I'll kill him. I'll kill him. I don't care if this causes a war. I'll kill him. It's because of him Dad died. That slimy bastard. I'll kill him. And he's thinking that, but Naruto doesn't really care. He's just jumping from tree to tree to the sky to the ground, just not letting Kakashi see him. He's just letting out his anger and his speed. But all of this is happening in like 2 seconds. And then at one point, Naruto just goes up to the sky and somehow jumps down. Plot armor. He just jumps down from the sky. And Kakashi doesn't have time to react. So Naruto comes down on Kakashi, lands on the ground, and slashes him from his other eye, which was open, with the normal eye without the Sharingan. He ran his sword across Kakashi's normal eye down to his leg, basically cutting straight across, not cutting through him, but it's deep enough to kill him in a bit. So Kakashi just drops to the ground. His hand is still in Kiyomi's chest. And Menma and Mito are looking at Naruto terrified, like, what the fuck did you just do to our sensei? And Naruto looks at them with like this full of anger. His eyes are full of anger. And he looks at them and they just are scared. They are scared of this guy. And so, yeah. So, Naruto decides to take Kiyomi. And he touches Kiyomi and feels that her heartbeat is it's almost non-existent. And he goes into his mindscape and is like, Matatabi, what should we do? I don't want her to die. She jumped in front of me to save me. I want to know why. And plus, she always treated me better than all the rest. So I don't need her dying. And Matatabi, she can sense the emotions of this girl. And so, she knows that Kiyomi likes Naruto. And she knows that it's genuine. But she knows that Naruto is so dense. He is the next level of density. And so she's like, okay, reverse summon yourself to the cheetah world. The cheetahs have a certain ritual that basically puts her in a cryo state, which basically a lightning cryo state. This allows her to keep still and heal over time, but it'll take a few years. But do it now. That's the only option. Without her dying, I don't see another way. Naruto is like, okay. Pew, pew, pew. Reverse summoning jutsu, and he disappears with Kiyomi. And they appear in the cheetah world. How the cheetah world looks, it's... how can I say it? It's mountains and hills, snow, but almost no blizzards. Yeah. So it's a snowy place, but it's snow blizzards. But because of all the cheetahs running around, when they run, they leave blue and white flashes behind them, lightning flashes behind them. So you can always see 10 or 20 lightning flashes everywhere. So it looks like a blizzard almost. So this is the cheetah world. And when Naruto appears, his personal summon, who I forgot what his name was. Oh god. I don't remember his name mode. I don't remember his name, sorry about that. But his personal summon comes and says, Naruto, we gotta get her to our sage. We need to perform the cryo lightning ritual now, or else she'll die. I can barely feel a heartbeat. She's barely holding on. Naruto and the cheetah disappear in flashes, in like white and blue flashes, and they appear next to the sage on their knees, and Naruto is carrying Kiyomi in his hands, and the sage is like, "Don't speak anymore, Naruto. I know what we shall do." He calls up two cheetahs and says, "Get everything ready for the cryo ritual. You have exactly 2 seconds." For the cheetahs, 2 seconds is more than enough. And so they prepare everything, and Naruto, the sage, and his personal summon disappear in flashes, and they appear next to a sort of circular object. And Naruto put Kiyomi through that sphere thingy, and she started floating in the middle, and little lightning strikes of all different colors started striking her. And Naruto was looking at this, and he was kind of worried for her. He didn't know why. He never worries for anyone. But he's worried for Kiyomi, and he's feeling a bit weird about it, like, what the heck is this? And so Matadabi inside of Naruto is grinning, like, grinning so hard, like, finally this human has fallen in love. No, I'm kidding. So she's grinning inside of him, and the sage turns to Naruto and says, "Well, Naruto, everything will be fine with her. The cryo ritual is slow, the process of healing is slow, but the success rate is almost 100%. I'd say it's about 99%, 99.9%. The chance of 0.1% failing, you get it, very low. And I highly doubt it'll happen." And so, I want to suggest something to you. Now, you know that your speed is almost on par with the Raikage's speed, and if you're on par with the Raikage, that means you're on par with the 4th Hokage. But how would you feel about becoming the actual fastest shinobi in the world? I want to offer you something. Here, the time flows much differently than in the normal world. In the regular world, about 3 weeks will pass. But here, 4 years will pass. So, how about you stay here and train to become the first and maybe the last cheetah sage? Now, you will need to learn cheetah kenjutsu, which you already know, but you need to perfect it. Cheetah taijutsu, you know it too, but it needs more perfection. Cheetah lightning techniques, you are good at them, but your moves they could use a bit more finesse, and you can improve, and you can widen your inventory of techniques, and most importantly, you can learn Cheetah Sage Mode. Cheetah Sage Mode is the fastest Sage Mode that exists. We cheetahs aren't a widespread summoning, actually we're not known at all. But, in reality, we are on par with the toads, the snakes, and the slugs. Although we do have a little superiority complex over those slimy little creatures. We are all equal. We are as equally strong. Although Snake Sage Mode is rare, our Sage Mode is even rarer. About 1% of anyone who ever comes here, and you are the first, can learn Sage Mode. But we will teach you. Now our Sage Mode offers you a speed multiplier. Depending on your base speed, which right now is almost on par with the Raikage, it multiplies that by 10. Nobody will even see you coming. You can travel through the 5 great nations from one edge to the other in about 2 minutes. It offers increased strength, stamina, agility, reaction, and everything is like in slow motion for you when you tap into it. Now, let us get to training. Now, we do a time skip of 4 years. During this time, Naruto has been visiting Kiyomi in her cryo lightning thingy every day, and he's seeing that she's getting better and better every day, and so he's happy. And during these 4 years, he has learned Sage Mode to perfection. He has perfected it, and he is basically a perfect cheetah Sage. Now, when Naruto taps into Sage Mode, light blue, and white markings start appearing over his eyes. Basically, imagine the Toad Sage Mode, but the eyes turn into cheetah eyes, and the markings are light blue and white, something like that. And when he runs around with that, his lightning flashes become from white to light blue and white. So yeah. And today is the day that Kiyomi is finally gonna be set free from the cryo lightning sphere. And the ritual is done. So she's fully healed. And so Naruto, the sage, and his personal summon go to the cryo room, and they take Kiyomi out, and they go put her in a little room, and Naruto sits by her waiting until she wakes up. The sage said it'll take about 2 hours, maybe even 3. And so we skip to 2.5 hours more. We see Kiyomi waking up, opening her eyes, and looking around. She sees a white ceiling and a white room around her with light blue objects there, and then she sees that she's on a bed and a person sitting in front of her. This person has silver grayish hair, light blue eyes, which are, in her opinion, beautiful, dark blue and white robe, a katana laying beside him, and looking somewhere in the distance. And this person is Naruto. He has changed since the last time she saw him. He has grown a bit, although not that much, since the time here flows differently. Yeah, he's matured, become a bit more muscular, and she likes this new Naruto. And when Naruto sees that Kiyomi has woken up, he immediately starts fussing everywhere, like, "Oh my God, you're awake, you're awake. How do you feel? How do you feel? Are you okay?" And Kiyomi is a bit shocked, like, that's not the Naruto I remember. The one I remember is always cold and doesn't care about anyone. But this is a nice change of pace. And then Naruto becomes serious all of a sudden, and he's like, "Kiyomi, I'm glad you're fine, but tell me, why did you save me back then? You wouldn't have gotten hurt." And Kiyomi, she doesn't want to tell Naruto and that she kind of loves him. And so she just blushes a bit and says, I just wanted to save a friend. And Naruto is like, "Oh, I see. Okay. Well, let me inform you about what's been going on for the past 4 years." And when Kiyomi hears this, she's like, "What? 4 years? But what?" And Naruto says, "Oh, don't worry. We're in my summoning. We're in the summoning world, the cheetah summoning world. Here it's past 4 years, but in your world, about a week, maybe about 3 weeks." And so Kiyomi breathes out. She's like, "Whew, okay." And Naruto told her about how she was in a cryo state for about 4 years and how she got healed over time with minimal risks to her health. And at the end, she thanked Naruto and hugged him. And so Naruto says, "Well, I think I'll reverse summon ourselves back to the normal world and take you to Konoha." But then Kiyomi looks at Naruto with a very worried face, and she's like, Naruto, I don't really want to go to Konoha. Things there they aren't looking very good for anyone, especially us shinobi. And Naruto's looking at her confused, like, what do you mean? The fourth Hokage is there. Isn't he supposed to be like the greatest shinobi ever? The best Hokage? And Kiyomi said, that's what everyone thought, but the Hokage, he's corrupt. It's not, the village isn't a nice place anymore. I don't, no, it's not. It's an awful place at this point. Shinobi are getting killed for any mistake they make on a mission. Genin are sent on B and A rank missions, and when they die, they don't even get buried. The Hokage is merciless. It's like a military dictatorship. Normal citizens aren't even allowed to go outside of their houses without being watched by the police and all their ambu. Well, I don't know what the Hokage is thinking, but it's not looking good. The village has significantly weakened because of the lack of shinobi, but it's like the fourth Hokage doesn't even realize this. He just says that they got what they deserved, and that it's all for the better cause of the village, and that the village doesn't need weak shinobi. And I don't understand why. I thought he was the best Hokage ever. But I don't want to go back to that place. The Uchiha clan are also watched. Now, something I don't remember if I said, but the Uchiha clan wasn't massacred here. So yeah. I'll say that... fine, I'll say that the side branch of the Uchiha clan who wanted to revolt, they were killed off by the village Naritachi, but they were killed off, and the main family is left. So it's about, I'd say it's about 100 people left. And yeah, so back to the story. And the Uchihas are being watched, said Kiyomi. I don't know if we'll be safe in the village. But I'm not worried for my family. My family's worried about me for some reason. Because that Menma boy, the son of the fourth, he doesn't take no for an answer. He's been trying to get me to go out with him for I don't know how many years now. I've always said no. The Hokage spoils his children like crazy. So, I don't know if he'll accept any more no's. He might just go after my family. So it's better I don't come back there. You can just leave me somewhere in the land of water, maybe. And Naruto thought about this, and he's like, Do you wanna come to the cloud with me? I mean, the Raikage always accepts new shinobi. You just need to prove a loyalty test that you won't betray them when the chance comes up. So, yeah. And you can become a full-fledged shinobi and citizen of the cloud and the land of lightning. So it's kind of a win-win. People there are nice, they don't treat anyone with hatred. Although they are a bit careful with the Jinchurikis there. They are... yeah. They don't hate them. They're just on guard. And the Jinchurikis there are pretty cool. You got me. I'm the Jinchuriki of the Two Tails. And we got Killer B, who is the Eight Tails Jinchuriki. And Kiyomi is looking at Naruto like, what the... But, weren't you the Nine Tails Jinchuriki? And Naruto looks at Kiyomi and starts laughing, like funny laugh, like, oh, you really thought that I was the Nine Tails Jinchuriki? No. The Nine Tails Jinchuriki are actually the children of the Hokage, but because the Hokage didn't want his children to be hated by everyone, he put me as the one who was the prisoner, the holder for the Nine Tails, and my father was blamed for the attack, when in reality it was someone else. Although he was from the Uchiha clan, I don't think it was anyone from the village, it just doesn't make sense. So yeah. I feel very bad for the Ninetales. He's sitting in those losers. So, nah, it's sad. They'll never know how to use his power. I don't even think that the Ninetales will let them. But later on that. So how do you feel about coming to the Cloud Village with me? Kiyomi doesn't really mind it. So she agrees. And they pack up. Naruto takes the stuff from everywhere. Kiyomi doesn't really have any stuff with her. So yeah. Of course she did get a new change of clothes because her old ones were pierced, you know. And so they reverse summoned themselves and they appeared in the land of lightning. In the border of the land of lightning and the land of fire. 1 second, Shinobi World map. I just want to see the Shinobi World map. So yeah. So they're on the border of the land of snow and the land of lightning. Basically they're in the snow village. And so Naruto is like, well, for faster travel, how about you get on my back? Kiyomi's like, what do you mean, I can walk? And Naruto says, no, you don't understand. This is a much faster way of traveling, believe me. And Kiyomi's like, okay, so let's go. And so Kiyomi goes on her back, and Naruto just starts getting covered by light blue and white lightning strikes, and his eyes turn like cheetah-like, and light blue and white markings start appearing, and she's like, "Whoa, what is that?" And Naruto says, "Oh, it's a little something I managed to learn during the 4 years you were in the cryo state. Let's go." And Kiyomi didn't even manage to say a word, and they were already in the cloud, on the next to the gates, and yeah, Kiyomi jumped down from his back, and she's looking at Naruto like, "What the heck was that? Tell me, please. I don't really understand what that was, but okay." Now, Naruto says, "Oh, that's my sage mode actually. I'm a cheetah sage." And something I want to say about Naruto's sage mode is that because cheetahs are like fast, he can go into the sage mode very fast. So it's kind of OP, but he can't really keep it up for too long because, you know, there's got to be a drawback. Nobody can, and just, yeah, so he can tap into it without shadow clones sitting there. Yeah, he can just, you know, tap into it very quickly. So, Naruto, Kiyomi, and Killer Bee, who joined them on their little way back to the village, to the Raikage's office. They were walking, and everybody was looking at them, saying hi to Naruto, hi to Killer Bee, looking at Kiyomi in like an interested look, like, who's this? And the company gets to the Raikage's office, knock on the door. They hear a pretty tired come in, and Killer Bee goes in first, Naruto goes in second, and Kiyomi goes in last. And when the Raikage sees Naruto, he jumps up and he's like, "Naruto, where the heck have you been? We've been looking all over for you. Where the heck have you been for 3 goddamn weeks? And why the heck are we getting reports from Konoha that you almost killed one of their best Jonin, and also kidnapped a girl from the Uchiha clan? What the heck, Naruto? I thought you were better than this." Naruto hears this and he's like, Lord Raikage, you're getting a misconception. On the mission, when it was about to be over, the Jonin that I sliced, that I almost made into sashimi, he tried to attack me, stab me with his with his best technique called the Chidori. That man is my brother, if I could call him that, Kakashi Hatake. but later on that. And the girl I supposedly kidnapped jumped in front to save me, and she'd managed to do that. After that, I had to take her to my summoning world to heal her there. And 3 weeks passed. Here we are. The girl that saved me, her name is Kiyomi Uchiha, and yeah, she'd like to tell you something. Then Raikage raises an eyebrow. He's like, "Oh, I'm listening, Miss Uchiha." And Kiyomi's like, Lord Raikage, is it possible for me to become a citizen and shinobi of the cloud? And Raikage smiles at this, saying, Naruto has a way of convincing everybody he knows to come join the cloud. Very interesting, but why do you want to come here? And she says, well, things in the leaf aren't very peaceful, and I don't know, I just a bit scared for my safety, and if I stay in the village, my family might be at risk too. So I think the cloud can offer me a better life, and Naruto suggested it, so I agreed on it. So what do you think, Lord Raikage? And Raikage says, well, how about you go with Naruto, and I'll give you an answer tomorrow. I'm gonna look at your personal file, and we're also gonna talk to you a bit. But don't worry, you're probably gonna accept it. We just need to know that you're not a spy, safety. And Kiyomi's already happy, because in the leaf, there is nothing like that. There's just two Chunins guarding the village, calling themselves the Eternal Guards. Which is a load of bullcrap, so yeah. So Naruto takes Kiyomi to his pretty giant house with 2 stories, a few bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, and a giant living room. And he's like, "Well, you can stay here for a day until you get an answer from the Raikage, and yeah, go pick out a free room. There's a lot, and yeah, come to the kitchen in I'd say half an hour. And dinner's gonna be ready. Don't worry." And Kiyomi wanted to say something about how she'll cook dinner, and Naruto says, I'm gonna cook, don't worry. Kiyomi just shuts up and just leaves. That was a bit harsh, but okay. She just leaves. She just goes to pick out a room. And she picks out a room, and in half an hour she comes down to the smell of something very, very cool. Very, very tasty. Something that she loves. And she comes down, and she sees Naruto sitting on the table with like a pink kitchen apron on him, and she looks at the table, and what she sees makes her drool basically, and stars come out of her eyes, and like rainbows come out of her mouth. What she sees there is fried chicken. It's fried chicken, basically. Okay, Kiyomi loves fried chicken. And there's like a salad there, and some noodles, onions and like cucumbers cut up. And so she loves fried chicken, and Naruto loves fried chicken as well. And she looks at Naruto and says, "How'd you know?" And Naruto's like, "No, what?" And she's like, this is my favorite. Naruto says, it's my favorite as well, so. Guess a coincidence? And Matatabi inside of Naruto's head is like, yes, kid, yes, but stop being so dense. Naruto honestly doesn't understand what she means. And Matatabi's like, oh god, he's so dumb. Why the heck did I get such a dumb Jinchuriki? I get it, he's strong, but he's so dense. And I'm the romantic tailed beast. Sometimes opposites don't attract. I'm gonna have to explain to him Kiyomi's feelings. So yeah. And they eat. And they have a fun time, getting a bit drunk too. Don't worry, nothing yet. Evil laugh. And so Naruto says, well, you can finish up the rest. I'll wash the plates tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go take a shower. There's another bathroom if you want to go take one too. And I'm gonna go to sleep. And Kiyomi nods her head. Naruto takes a shower, la la la, and goes to bed. Turns off the lights, and yeah. And next morning, Naruto wakes up, and he feels something incredibly heavy on his chest, and he's like, "What the heck is it? Oh shit!" And he's like, "Matatabi, what happened last night?" And Matatabi can honestly see Naruto freaking out. Because, you know, he doesn't remember anything. He doesn't know what he did to Kiyomi and, you know, all that. And Matatabi's like, ah, kid, don't worry, nothing happened. You didn't do it. Yet. What? Naruto heard this and started blushing like crazy. And he's like, ah, whatever, Matatabi. Well, what happened? And Matatabi said, yeah, she just walked into your room and laid next to you. Probably couldn't sleep, you know. Girls are like that. And Naruto says, whew, not ready to be a father yet. And so, he is, like, yeah, he wakes Kiyomi up and says, Kiyomi, you good? Everything okay with you? And he wakes her up. Kiyomi wakes up and sees that she's laying on Naruto. She jumps back, takes his pillow, and starts hitting him. Like, what'd you do to me, you molester? And she says, you pervert. And Naruto's like, don't worry, you just came into my room at night and fell asleep here. And Kiyomi remembers what happened last night. She did all her stuff and went to bed, but couldn't sleep for a long time. And so she just stood up and went to Naruto's room and got into his bed. And yeah. So she's like, oh, I see. Sorry about that. Naruto says, it's fine, it's fine. And so they eat breakfast, which is just cereal. Yeah, I'm that creative. Cereal for Shinobi. Shinobi cereal. Yeah. And they head to the Raikage's office. Now, they get there, greet everyone. Everybody greets Naruto, Kiyomi as well. You know, out of kindness. And Naruto says that, Kiyomi, go into Raikage's office. I think there'll be 2 other men waiting there. They'll just ask you a few questions, don't worry. And then try answering truthfully. The Cloud Village values honesty before all else. And so Kiyomi goes in there. She gets asked about why she left, how she left, her family, her abilities, you know, her personal history. And when they asked her, like, do you have a loved one, like a partner? Maybe we should get him back from the leaf. Or maybe you don't have one yet. And Kiyomi is like blushing hard when he heard this. And she's like looking at the door where she can see Naruto just peacefully just snoring, just like sleeping, taking a little nap, sitting. And Raikage is looking at this and he saw how she looked at Naruto and he's like, oh, so that's what's going on. Okay, I see. Well, Naruto has been pretty lonely, so this will be great for him. And so, Raikage, after all the questions are asked, gives a final decree saying, Kiyomi Uchiha, you are accepted in the Cloud Village as a shinobi and citizen. You have a full citizenship here. You will be protected by the Cloud, and if anything happens to you, kidnapping, if you get captured by another village, for example, the Leaf, we will send squads after you, because you are now a citizen and shinobi of our village. So you will be protected by the Cloud Village, but instead, your duty is to protect this village with your life. Do you understand? Kiyomi nods, and she says, "Thank you, Lord Raikage. I will do my best." Raikage nods, and Kiyomi goes out the door, wakes up Naruto, who wakes up and jumps up, like, what the heck was happening? Did you get accepted, Kiyomi? Kiyomi's like, yes, I got accepted, let's go. And so, they go to hang out. This was a bit of a part without action. Sorry about this. But, I want more parts, and I don't want hour videos. So, I hope you enjoyed this part. If you didn't, sorry. If you did, I'm glad. Again, you should join the Discord server. It's fun. New ideas. If you're also whatever, join the server. We can talk, like, it'll be fun. And yeah. Comment, subscribe if you want. Like. I don't really know what likes do, but you can like. Yeah. Give me some feedback, guys. I wanna make these what ifs a nice experience for viewers and listeners. So yeah, and tell me what you think about the music I use, because it's just lo-fi background. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.